Hey everybody, welcome to Fallout 4. We are starting a new build today and it's going to be a monorail build. So I've been hunting for some monorail tracks to do this build on, and I've settled on this one here in South Boston. A lot of them have the tram or monorail vehicle already on the track itself, but I wanted to do it from scratch because I wanted to place it in the position I like. And this one seemed pretty good because we have a bit of clear space over the water, so we don't have to worry about buildings too much. But then it has this little building down here to sort of connect up some way to access the actual monorail. So I thought this one is perfect. So the first thing I need to do is actually place the vehicle itself, and I do have a mod for that. As you can see, we are in the mod static objects and buildings, and they have a subsection vehicle and then miscellaneous. And as you can see, we do have a nice front end to the monorail, and also we do have a middle section. Probably won't use this one, I'll use this one here because it has this sort of connections at the top. So I'm thinking probably a front section and a middle section is probably all we need. As you can see, we do have the seating and stuff in there already, so we'll have to work around that. I haven't found one that is actually excluding that, so we'll have to just work around it. So first things first, we do need to place it on the track, and I will do that right now. Okay, the monorail is up, and as you can see here, we have somewhat decent access to the building over there. We'll just have to build some kind of bridge to bridge the gap. But as you can see, we have some nice views of South Boston and towards the city there. And we did marry the two pieces together. They're not perfect, as you can see here, we are slightly off, but because they're so large, it is quite hard to get them exactly perfect. But I think we have a decent amount of room. The only unfortunate thing is this area here is beyond the build area, so I will need to try and figure out how I'm going to build in this area. But for the rest of it, we have free reign to go nuts. So I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with this space and how I'm going to present it. I will do some finagling off screen and I'll come back and show you what I have. We have a bridge. I'm not sure if this would work in real life. It looks quite heavy, but we have supports at the top and at the bottom, and we have access on this side to the top of the building. So we have a staircase going on here, just with some nice lighting, and a little step here, and this is our bridge. So I just sort of built these supports to try and hold this thing up. I might change it, I might make it just look a little bit less bulky, but yeah, at the moment we'll just leave it as is. And we have a door. This is a subway door that seems to fit quite nicely, so that's perfect. And if you come over here, we have another door. It's actually two doors. I was trying to figure out how to fill this area because it is a curved kind of shape, but I have managed to come up with this, and it sort of serves two purposes, and I'll show you how that works. So if you open the top one, that opens up like that, and then we do the bottom one, and as you can see, we have something over here. It kind of turns into a walkway when the door is open, and I haven't added supports yet. That will come later, but yeah, as you can see, you can come outside and come to the other end. I temporarily put this here because we had some raiders over there, so that's not going to stay, but as you can see, we have access to the other side. So I just need to build out the supports for this and also put another door maybe here, but we do have some progress. In terms of these other doors, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here because I don't think I'm going to repeat this kind of walkway on the other side. I think it might just look a little bit too heavy having it on both sides, because I do need to build supports around it. So I might just do it on the one side and figure out what I'm going to do here. So that will be the next thing, possibly. And this is what I came up with. So we have a little landing slash balcony. This is a Diamond City asset. And then just put this sort of tarp thing over the top. I'm probably going to use this as kind of like a hangout kind of area, maybe a barbecue or something. And I also put in a door on this end. We have a boxcar door, and I just realized I put it on the wrong way. So it's meant to go the other way, but as you can see, it gives us access out here. And I have started to build out the supports. So we have a tarp roof, and then just sort of building supports to make it look like it's actually stuck to the monorail. So that's what we have so far, and we shall continue. We're back and it's raining. So I started to flesh out the interior, and I can show you that now. So if we come through here, this is the first area. It's kind of a defensive zone, basically because this doorway is the only entranceway. So we'll have some guards here, and they need to be prepped in case of attack. So this area is all decked out in all the guns, and we have ammo, and we do have some little workspaces as well. And then if we go further down the line, we have obviously more engineering, but we have a small kitchen sort of coming together. We have a washer dryer type situation. I will put more benches in this area, probably cover up those seats there just to make it look more like a kitchen. And I did shrink the size of this fridge just so it would fit in the space allotted. I have to work around these bars, which is kind of annoying, and we do have like it intersecting and stuff, but we just have to live with it. I did also make these smaller as well. But if we move further along, we have basically, this is the sleeping zone. So I'm thinking either I'm going to go bunks going up towards the roof, or we convert these seats to more bunks or cots as well. So this zone will be kind of a sleeping zone, or yeah, sleeping slash storage, I don't know. And I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do with this end here. Maybe kind of a hangout area, but if we have this sort of kitchen area here, then I'm thinking I'm probably going to put tables and stuff here. So these can be kind of couches, I guess. So I'm not too sure. And as you can see, if you saw that quick flash, we do have a toilet here just floating in space, because this area will be connected to the sleeping area. So this is kind of your bathroom, I guess. I just have to sort of build it out, and I'm not too sure what it's going to look like. But yeah, these are the basic areas, I guess. And I want to do a little bit more building. As you can see, I fixed the door. A little bit more building up there as well. Just utilize some of the roof space. Yeah, so I guess we just have to keep going. We have progress, people. So I'm going to start out here. I did thin out the bridge a little bit. As you can see here, we don't have this sort of thick rails and everything. I just did some simple platforms. And I think it looks a lot better, and it sort of makes it look more realistic, in my opinion, that this thing can actually hold up the weight. And I did add a ladder because we do have access to the roof. So I will show you what I have up there soon. And we have somebody up there, a bad guy. I'll show you that soon, but for now let's just keep going through here. So as you can see here, I did some building out, so we have some extra stuff around the place, and I did some more of these benches and things, putting stuff in there, and just sort of dispensers and stuff, really making it feel like a proper space now. And we have more benches here, and we have tables. So I just did these little simple tables that people can sort of walk around and sort of sit down and eat their food or whatever. So that's all good. Oh, and I forgot to do this. We have a barbecue on the balcony, so this is kind of going to be turning into a entertaining space, so I'll put some chairs there as well. And if we keep moving along, we have finished out our bathroom. I'm probably going to replace that toilet with a more broken one just to sort of keep it on theme, but we have the radiation kind of shower thing from the submarine, and then just sort of bits and bobs to make it look homely. And I did kind of keep it open, so I guess it has it kind of like the military, you know, the sort of tent showers that they have or whatever, where it doesn't sort of fully connect up to the roof, just to have that sort of airy feel. And then of course we finish it off with my favorite, which is curtains. And I'm probably going to implement these a lot more going forward. And yeah, you'll see what I mean. I have an idea. But let me show you what's going on out here. What's the best way? Let me just go out this way. Okay, from the ladder we have this platform that runs the length of the monorail. And as you can see here, we have the conduits for the power. And if we just walk to the other end, this is our little power setup. We have a little generator here, and this is our water tank. So This is where we're going to get our water from, and we have a little pump thing here. That's what I'm imagining. And we have a pipe that runs all the way down to our water source. So let me just show you that from the ground actually. So this is what it looks like from the ground. It's looking pretty janky, but I like it. And this is our water setup. So we just have the pipe running down to the water there. I don't actually think that's a pipe. I think that's maybe a conduit asset, like a power line or a utility pole. And oh, as you can see there, I did do a little pipe coming off the toilet in the background there. So when you're doing the business, it sort of goes out and falls into the water.
2 hours later.
We are in the future, and some things have changed and things have been added. So let's go through them. We'll make our way up here. And we have a settler just leaning against the wall guarding, and we also have some turrets as well. And just some bits and bobs, some junk. And if we come through here, this guy's just hanging out. That person there is actually assigned to the seat here, so she'll hang out there. It's a defensive post or whatever, so if I skip time, she'll go sit back down. If we go through, I've added some little bits, just some props and things, just to make it look a little bit more lived in. And if you come through here, if I can... And once we get past this person, as you can see, we have the living area. I guess the idea is it's kind of like a submarine or a navy boat, where you have sort of curtains as like partitions to give people privacy. And underneath we have space for people's junk and clothes. And they also have shelving to put their own bits and bobs on as well. And I just used the space in the middle because we had this sort of like shelf thing. I just filled it up with a bunch of junk. So we can keep moving forward, and not much has changed here, but a lot has changed here. We have kind of like a communication area. So we have our terminals set up on these little table things. This guy here will sit down on the chair and on the couch there and kind of read. Kind of like what that guy's doing up there as well. So I guess this is kind of like acting as like a relay station for the Minutemen. So that's kind of the theme that we're going for in this section. And if we move outside, I have added some plants and things. So technically they could, you know, grow plants and harvest them. But in terms of practicality, it's probably not the best because you will fall off and die. And if we move to the very front, we have this section here, which I previously talked about having problems working in because it's outside of our build area. But I did manage to put down just some lighting and this door here. This is kind of like a emergency exit in case there's some battle or something going on at the other end, or if there's a fire or something. So you can run down here and quickly open the door and jump out. Now it looks like you will hit those rocks, but if you go very slowly you will actually land in the water. So let's just try that out now. See? Actually I did hurt myself, but let's forget about that. So I think this one is pretty much wrapped up. I'm not too sure what else I could add at this point, because I think the space is getting a little bit limited now. But I think it's turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Well, I think I will wrap this one up here. Let me know what you think on this one, if I've missed anything or anything that you would change. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions on this or anything else, leave them down below and I will try and answer them. And thanks again to Soli for this idea. Again, if you guys want to give me some ideas on builds or anything like that, you can go to the Jabba Gaming Discord channel. That is on the main channel page, and I'll try and put it in the description as well. Jump on there, you can pitch ideas, and you can also post your own builds there. I love to see them. And on that note, hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you on the next video. Have a good day.